Hey y'all, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm gonna be giving you guys some lock tips for growing your locks, keeping your locks moisturized, keeping them clean, keeping them look good. I told y'all that my next video was either gonna be like a dorm tour or room tour, whatever, but it's gonna be this instead. Sorry y'all gonna get that video, but like, I don't know, like, you see the walls look still kind of bare. Like, I'm debating if I still want to add some more stuff before y'all give y'all a tour. If you're new here, then my name is Jalah, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're not new, then welcome back. And yeah, let's just get right into it. I have some notes right here on my computer. I'm gonna give y'all the tea. So, rule number 1 is to moisturize your hair on either a regular basis or a daily basis. And what I mean by moisture is water. Like, when it comes to locks, you don't need to do a lot at all. The main reason why most people get locks is because they say it's low maintenance, which I can see, but it's still not as low as you may think. I would recommend using either plain water, rose water, some type of coconut oil. It doesn't have to be every day, maybe whatever your hair likes. Maybe, you know, the moisture locks in, you don't have to moisturize on a daily basis. You know, you just don't want your hair to be brittle, you don't want it to be dry, and especially if you have dyed locks, you know, the bleach and the chemicals in your hair is gonna be drier than normal, so you have to make sure you moisturize. So, you know, I dyed my locks, so now I take the initiative to moisturize my hair on a daily basis. Whether it be water, type of oil, I can show you guys what I use. Actually, I'm gonna show you guys. So I use this Protective Mist Bodifier leave-in conditioner spray. I use this every day. I spray it on my scalp. I spray it down my locks. But yeah, it's a leave-in conditioner, hydrates and moisturizes your hair and scalp. It has olive oil and wheat germ extract. I don't even know, but I've been using this and my hair loves it. Okay, brief intermission because I want to show you guys the products that I actually use in my head. And I actually have 5 products plus my water bottle. So this is a spray bottle. I usually just keep water in here for some moisture. But then I have the leave-in conditioner to add, you know, some essential oils. You know what I'm saying? Some extra hydrations. Even though all you really need is water or rose water. But when it comes to styling my hair, when I would do a retwist, 2-strand, whenever it comes to styling my locks, I use this lock and twist jam, which is so good, y'all. Like, it gets my junk laid. Or Indian hemp. I've been using this all my life, but I just got put onto this. It's kind of expensive, but it's worth it. Like, it have my junk laid. Okay, so I have these two jams for when it comes to retwisting, right? But when it comes to moisturizing, this is the only thing that I use. This is the castor oil, Jamaican Black Castor Oil, and it also has coconut oil in it. So it promotes shinier hair, adds shine, slickness, and enhances skin, nails, cuticle conditioning, blah, blah, blah. So this is for the edges, the scalps, you know. And then back to this, I already told y'all about this. Then, this is just my edges. This is just for the edges, like. Y'all, this is all that I use. Like, let's get back to the video. Number 2 tip, especially this is for like my starter lock community, is retwist your hair whenever it gets washed. That's usually like the key. It's like, you know, you wash your hair, it's clean, now it's time to style it. And whenever like you have starter locks, like, you need to get your hair retwisted, I would say frequently, so your locks form, they grow, they start to build. So for my starter lockers, get a retwist whenever you get your hair washed. I usually wash my hair every 2 to 3 weeks, depending on the style. I try to do every 2 weeks because, you know, build up So that's twice a month. I know some people like to let their locks breathe, but that's not me. That's not me. Whenever I wash my hair, it needs to be retwisted and looking slick. But yes, for my starter lockers, make sure you're retwisting your hair whenever you get it washed. And you don't need to wash your hair frequently at all. I would recommend every 2 to 3 weeks to wash your hair. Number 3, while we're on the topic of washing, ACV washes. So, you know, the typical wash with shampoo and conditioner might not be enough. So you have to do an ACV wash. This is going to get rid of all the dirt, buildup, everything locked inside your actual hair that you can't get to. It's gonna get it out. Yeah, you're just soaking your locks in, you know, the concoction. It's gonna get rid of all the dirt. Number 4, before you go to sleep, you need to wrap your hair up. I don't care if it's not done. I don't care if it's not retwisted. It's not nothing. It don't matter. You need to wrap your hair up with a satin bonnet, satin scarf. I don't care what kind of condition your hair is in. It might look crazy as heck, no retwist in months, but you need to wrap your hair up. And that's because if you don't have satin pillows, that fabric, like the cotton, I think it like pulls out the moisture from your head. Even if you don't have locks, like you need to wrap up your hair before you go to sleep. Because the satin bonnet or a scarf is more silky, there's not going to be friction like with your head or rubbing against the pillow, so you're not going to have any frizzing. Your hair is gonna look healthier, feel healthier. Hairstyles just last longer, because why wouldn't you wrap up your hair before you go to sleep? Like, what? Another tip for you guys to reduce frizziness or remove lint is to actually brush your locks. Personally, I don't do this because I don't really struggle with frizziness and like lint buildup, but I know people do, and the solution to this is to use brush your locks, you know, with a regular brush, and then you just go in and brush your lock. Another thing is whenever you get your hair did, whether it be a retwist, braid out, twist out, make sure to leave some of your edges out, because I know over time, depending on like how long you had your locks, like the constant pulling and the tension, like pulling on your scalp and your hairline, is going to rip your edges out. Whenever I do my hair, I purposely pull out my edges and then twist and then style my edges, because you don't want to be walking around with no edges or your hair thinning at the hairline. So the one thing I recommend is whenever you're doing your hair, do not use a lot of tension, at least in the front of your scalp, and do not retwist your hair or do your hair more than is needed, because the more you do your hair, then it's like the more tension, more your edges are being pulled, and the more likely you are to be losing hair, thinning hairline, this, that, and the third. So yeah, when it comes to styling your hair, just be careful with the kind of styles that you do. You don't want to really have nothing tugging or pulling on your hair. And I know especially with longer locks, they're heavier, so that also adds weight and, you know, pulls your hairline, and that's not good, because you don't want to be walking around with no edges, with no thin, no nothing. But if that is the case, get you some black castor oil and, you know, touch it on there. A tip for when you're washing your hair, you should do it in the morning. And this is because you want your hair to air dry. Air drying is the best of the best. Like, you don't have to sit under a dryer and the heat, the harsh heat into your locks. Like, whenever you decide to do your hair done or get your hair done, or even to just wash your hair just to wash, I recommend you to do it in the morning so your hair can just dry naturally with fresh air. And yeah, when you do it in the morning, it has longer time for your hair to dry, and so you don't go to sleep with wet locks, because that's one thing that I don't like, going to sleep with my hair wet, especially after a new style, because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna wake up and your hair is still wet. So whenever you plan to do your hair or to just have a wash day, do it in the morning. Just have patience with your locks. Everybody's lock journey is different. Everybody's hair locks differently depending on the texture. Some people may have more frizzier locks or more looser locks or more curlier locks, or whatever the case, it may be more defined locks. But as time goes on, your locks are going to change, your locks are going to evolve. How you maintain them it's also gonna affect that as well. And yeah, like sometimes I be wanting to start over because my locks are more defined, more straight, but sometimes I be wanting more frizzier locks or more puffier locks, more so like in the beginning process of like the starter lock process. Usually your hair starts out more frizzier, more poofy, more loose, and as time goes by, your locks, you know, come together. They're more defined, fully locked together, that type of thing. But the main thing is just to have patience with your locks. It is a journey. I know right now it's kind of like a trend, but it is an actual journey. If you want to see like the results, you have to commit to it. You can't just, you can get instant locks if you want to, but all I'm saying is just have patience with your hair. There is probably more tips out there, but those are my tips for, you know, keeping my locks healthy and growing them. And pretty much what I do is really nothing much to it. You don't have to go crazy at all or make it overcomplicated. But yeah, this video was really chill. As y'all see, I'm just laying in the bed. The lighting is kind of bothering me, but it is what it is. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope some of these tips helped you. I don't know, y'all probably already knew all of this, but I hope you learned something from this video. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see any other lock content, any other questions that you have. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see y'all in the next video.